So what happens is we take a long rest, right? And I
Uh,
prepare ceremony, and then we just wed a bunch of goblins, and then we leave.
Wait, what?
All problems solved.
I think you lost Sib at the last little part there. Just that last little bit.
Why are we marrying goblins?
because why not? She is desperate to use that spell, man.
I'm gonna argue against the +2 to AC that they get, and just think all of us should probably get married before. That's a lot of AC to waste, man. We can get a divorce later.
If we're getting married, I call Amelia.
I don't know if I'm willing to fight your girlfriend over this.
I call Shala if you call me.
Well, I thought we were
Till
just
death
using
do
the
us
group that's in the
part!
cave.
Till death do us part, damn it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy.
Might not have long to wait. I see Ross is playing the short game. All right. Okay, there we go. The tweet, the live stream has started to give me the link to put on Twitter. She swallowed the goat to get the dog to get the cat. You know, my wife last week heard that song for the very first time. I was singing it. You know, I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. And I showed her the song, and she just looked at me horrified. She's like, "Why? Why would you teach that to children?" That's horrific.
That's a damn good question.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That is the I know an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. Oh my god, it's a song I learned as a kid. And basically, it's about a lady who swallowed a fly, so she swallowed
You don't say.
increasingly bigger things, like a bird, and
Yeah,
then a
it's
cat,
a
and then a dog,
fly, and then a spider, then a bird, a cat, a dog,
a goat, a cow, and a horse. And the last phrase of the song is, I know an old lady who swallowed a horse. She's dead, of course. That's how the song ends. And like Hagen was just like, why would you teach that to children?
Because it's America.
I mean, most of the songs they teach to children are like that.
She was legitimately horrified. She's like, that is really sad.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked
kinda.
up. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Curse of the Crimson Throne. I am your host. Because that's a thing. Last session. Oh boy, last session you guys didn't really get into a lot of action, honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest. It was just a lot of roleplay with weapons.
It was a little lackluster for me.
A lot of LARPing.
Good thing we're getting married.
You guys took on 2 separate packs of goblins, and welcome to goblins. It was a very interesting fights, and you crushed them, and actually managed to, with some difficulty, but you did crush them, and actually managed to keep one of the goblin berserkers alive, who, once he calmed down and stopped berserking, turned out to be a fairly reasonable man for a goblin.
He's a little sweetie.
Oh man,
taking a swim. No.
Oh gosh, hang on. I need to pull up my notes for the goblin names. Uno momento, por favor. I put all the goblin names in my notes because I don't have that in Fantasy Grounds. And it's super important that I remember the names of all the goblins that died.
Boblin.
No Bobs.
That's amazing.
Do you not have it?
Did I not write it down? What?
Squee, I cannot believe you.
I remember the one that you... Well, I remember the important one. Piggers. There's pig something. Oh gosh darn it. How did I not write that down?
It was pigs with a Z.
Yes, thank you. Goblin names. Pigs with a Z. I don't know. I'm writing it down now. I don't know how. I'm usually actually pretty decent at notes. It's just trouble finding them, not actually having them. Yes, pigs. Because I remember because you hogtied them, and I was like, well, isn't that just
Yeah.
fitting? All right, so you guys hogtied pigs, and actually, Kirani managed to kind of win him over a little bit, at least get him to cooperate through a very familiar manner. And what I mean by that is that she acted like she's done this quite a few times. Managed to convince pigs to cooperate with you guys, despite him being afraid that doing so would get him killed by death. As odd as that sounds. He then revealed to you that Death was one of several bugbears who terrify him, and that he is a champion of Gorham, who is the god of war.
Oh boy.
He also told you to avoid the spiders up north. So, some very valuable information on that end.
Yeah, he is in my backpack, so hopefully he will be afraid of the spiders when we approach him.
He is currently in your backpack with his little football head half covered. And you guys were figuring out your next steps. I believe you took a short rest. Oh, real quick. I have decided, unless the players do not like this, unless I've decided more that I'm going to bring it up, and I think you guys will be fine with it, I would like to try homebrewing short rest to 10 minutes. The more and more I think about short rest, the more and more I feel like the time really needs to be shortened. Especially with players like you guys who take things like role plays really seriously, which I absolutely adore. Most of the time you're like, I'd love to short rest, but I'm not going to sit here for an hour and have a picnic in enemy territory. That's silly. And honestly, I think that 10 minutes gets the same job done. It gets the same effect. 10 minutes is still dangerous. You know, you're still in enemy territory. It's still time for things to happen. But
you're not having a lunch break.
Exactly. I think 10 minutes is enough time to catch your breath, and it might help you guys make that decision a little more often, because I've noticed a lot of times this group does not take short rest simply because it's just ridiculous to sit there for an hour. So you guys feel like you need to push on. So I would like to try homebrewing that to 10 minutes. The idea being a short rest is a few minutes to catch your breath, maybe regain some spells, do your hit dice, and just move on. Is there any objections to this?
Nope.
Would we still be able to do the same things like swap out equipment and stuff like that?
Short rest still count as short rest, absolutely. You can still switch out materia, you can switch out your gun attachments, all of that. Because 10 minutes is more than enough time to do that. And quite honestly, I thought about it. Also, 10 minutes is more than enough time for enemies to do whatever they would do in an hour anyway. I'm the DM. I can say, you know, like, if they're going to set up an ambush for you, they could do it in 10 minutes. It's fine. Probably shouldn't have mentioned all of that parts. But no, we'll try that out. We'll see how that goes. I can't imagine it being a problem, though. I can't imagine, like, in 3 sessions we're going, oh, this was a horrible mistake. Why did we ever decide 10 minutes? That was just... no.
Cool.
All right. Oh, good. Thank you, by the way, for pointing out that you guys are curable, which is great. That was a horrible mistake on my part last session. All right, so I'm going to throw the ball in all of your courts. Where to, Gumshoes? Oh, you guys did take a short rest after this, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
Could I get you to
Sorry, real quick, I can't remember. I remember you mentioning at one point that like a short rest gives like a specific kind of spellcaster back a spell slot, but I can't remember.
That's a wizard, not a sorcerer.
Okay, never mind then.
Unfortunately, I don't think sorcerers really get anything back at short rests, except your hit die.
Boo.
But you can change out materia, so if and when you start using those, that'll be a thing.
I was gonna say, boy, that would be so useful if I had any.
You'll have opportunities, I promise.
Mhm.
So yeah, where are you guys headed?
Well, first I wanted to mention that do we want to be silent in this? Do you guys want me to put on my silencer, or can I keep my sight?
I mean, I think that the site will work just fine, especially since, like, we're not planning on leading with. Well,
Where are you going with this
I don't
lore?
know. I thought I had a thought, but then it just kind of. So.
I thought I had a thought, but I thought wrong.
That's why I was opening it up to input, because I wasn't sure.
Okay. Oh yeah, map also would be a good idea. So we can
Just did, yeah.
do that whole. God, it's so fucking big. Okay.
Just right click, resize, click on small size, and that'll let you make it tiny, and then you can size it.
Hey.
I know, right? I forget about that all the time.
This is fine. Okay. But yes, I think that I don't know. We could probably like poke our heads around this corner. And see what's down the hall to give like a better idea, just kind of like to see if there's any spots to hide around or any places where I almost called her Arlen. Ross would safely be able to like tuck herself away and just start sniping people. In that case, I would say keep the or put the silencer on. Otherwise, just keep the sight.
Okay.
Or the other way.
Yeah, if we're gonna do some kind of quiet attack, we'll have like some time to set that up.
Yeah.
So I'll keep the scope on then.
And then pigs can just make pew pew noises whenever you shoot.
Yep.
I'm
kind of sad Flack isn't here for this.
Well, if things go well, we might have a friend to bring with us.
Maybe. I guess we'll see. By the way, Amelia, you taking a bath over there, or?
See, I told you she was swimming.
No, definitely not. Why was I over there? I don't understand.
I don't know these things.
Did I move her over there?
You must have for some reason.
I don't know what's happening.
Guys, the waterfall. It's shifty.
I don't trust it.
Well, while you're over there, check to see if there's anything buried at the bottom. You can see down all the way.
Yeah, no, she's not going into the goddamn water.
Howard.
Oh my god.
All right. I feel like as a GM, it's nice of me to ask once in a while. You guys plan on searching any of these bodies or anything, or is that just not really on your to-do list?
Did we not do that last time?
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't.
I think we were saving that for next session because we were trying to.
That is possible.
But
yeah, you haven't searched any of your Gobby friends. Friends. Ha! They're dead. They're not friends. They're literally the opposite of everything I just said. Well, except they are dead and they are Gobbies. So most of what I said is true.
Make up your mind, man.
No.
Yeah, no. Amelia will help look over the bodies, especially the one of the sorcerer that.
Roll me an investigation check. Roll me an investigation check, and then if someone wants to,
I will help.
Yeah,
I will help.
Fuck shit.
All right.
I didn't think I'd have to roll so soon.
God damn it! Advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's actually use the button
Woohoo!
because it's there for a reason. Yeah. 21.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. You search the goblins, and you find a collection of things. You find, a total of 36 gold, 2 platinum.
2 platinum? Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
They look pretty shiny and new too. And you notice on the berserkers, and this would include pigs, and Kieran will include this investigation check. But I mean, obviously, given what I'm assuming you would have disarmed him. You're not
Oh yeah,
having him right.
I
So
gave him the shakedown and felt him up, checked his mouth.
one of the dog slayers, which is what they call their really generally low quality scimitars, are actually very high quality and do not look like they're made by goblins. And they are masterwork quality. They have a slot for materia to fit into them.
What the hell?
Oh?
Yes, there are 2 of them.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, in addition to that, on the barbarian goblins, you find 2 fire materia each. They are the materia where it takes a standard action to activate them, and it grants you 1d6 fire damage for 6 rounds.
You said that was 2 fire materia?
Correct.
And there was only 2 of the scimitars that were masterwork, correct?
Correct, but 2 fire materia on each, so 4 total.
Oh.
And on the sorcerer, you find on his arcane focus, which turned out to be what looks like a crudely made straw doll. But when you actually look at it, the inner workings are solid metal, not gold, but certainly something harder than steel. And fitted into it is another materia. And this one you would have to identify because you've not seen a materia like this before.
You said it was a metal doll?
So no, it looks like a straw doll, almost like a voodoo doll, right? But when you actually look at it, when you pick it up, man, it's really heavy for a straw doll. And you kind of move some of the straw aside, and you see that the core of it is made out of some sort of hardened steel alloy of some kind. And fitted in it is a little materia.
Okay. In case someone else isn't. Is there any? Could I roll an Arcana to see if I can identify it?
Sure.
Or
Yeah, I would let you do that.
okay.
And all of you.
That.
Well, all of you except for Kieran, unfortunately. Well, you know what? No, all of you will intelligence check. Who knows? Kieran could have known something.
17.
17. Got you. Give me 1 second. I'll let you know. That's
20,
more than enough.
damn. 19. Wow.
Oh wow. Okay. Give me a second. Let me take care of what she finds first. Come on, where is it? Ah, there it is. All right. Amelia, you saw one of these before back in Timronian's bazaar, which makes sense. He's the one that invented them, after all.
Mm-hmm.
It is a materia of potency. When activated by a spellcaster, when the materia is either in your arcane focus or your holy symbol, for the next 8 hours, and you use a healing or damaging spell, you can reroll any ones.
Huh.
Alright. Aras, you and Kieran, well, actually I'll start with Kieran because you would come back to this conclusion in a slightly different way. Kieran, you would have heard over the past few months of these new masterwork weapons and materia starting to drift onto the market from a very famous shop owner in Corvosa who you may have met before, maybe not, depends, but you've at least heard of him. His name's Timronian, and he's famous for being eccentric, is a very kind way to put it. but he's also a brilliant inventor, and many of the better quality magical items in the world have come from him or one of his associates. And so you are aware that he has developed a new system called Materia, and that while it's been out for a few months, and Ross, you would think of this too, you would know this too, for goblins to have it, they certainly didn't find it on their own. They had to have taken it from somewhere or gotten it somehow. But it is, for goblins to have such a new item, especially something of such high quality, is incredibly unusual.
Okay.
I'm guessing these are probably these are some of the weapons for the people stuck in here.
Oh, that would actually make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I was assuming they were being armed by somebody for some reason.
That was my train of thought too. I was a little bit startled. I was like, what kind of cultists are sneaking in here handing out magic?
You don't think it's just 3 goblins in a trench coat walking into Rodian's shop?
You
What
know,
you-
it could be, his name is Tim Rodian, he sells the stuff. It could be 3 very bright little sneaky goblins.
Opens trench coat. What are you buying?
Explains the 6 sets of eyes.
Wow. Oh, it's a very short, wide person?
Oh boy.
Sorry, I was just wondering, since like 6 sets of eyes.
So you do know that materia, like gems, sell for the same value they're bought at, because unless you use them, in which case they become useless, they don't lose value. So unlike a set of armor that you loses value every day you wear it, materia is like a diamond. It never loses its value unless you use it, and then it's just worthless anyway, so you couldn't sell it even if you wanted to. And those materia, since you rolled really well on your Arcana check, the materia of potency is worth 100 gold. And the materia of flame, which is what they're called, are worth 50 gold each.
Okay.
Alrighty, I guess we should put those away for later, unless one of you guys knows how to fucking wield a scimitar. Would this
I
be a
mean-
basic weapon or a martial weapon?
Well, some of you even have weapons that can hold materia. I think
Yeah.
one of you does.
I do.
Do you want one of these?
Would you like to
Um,
set your rapier on fire?
Sure. I currently have the heaviness one going. But
Yeah, if you remove that, you will lose its effect.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe not.
I'm
Right, so
sure
they
if
stay
we
where they are.
find the people that these might have belonged to, I'm sure they would like them back.
Or
That's a
we
fair
can
point.
just quietly put them, in a bag for safekeeping until we find those people.
Or we can utilize them recklessly to save the people. We get to test the object and save the people at the same time.
Do you want a masterwork dog slayer? And I'll hold one out.
Uh,
It's not
Uh-huh.
gonna do me much good. I mean,
It's really just a scimitar. They just
Okay.
call them
Alright.
dog slayers when they're holding them.
I guess so. Yeah, she'll take one. I mean, I think it's the same damage of what I have right now.
1d6.
Okay, little less
But also, you can set it on fire.
point.
that's the cool thing about it.
Yeah.
So I have Kitty back up and operational. Sort of.
Kitty's standing next to you, sparking.
I'm not sure we should continue with the same battle strategy. She seems to be a bit more fragile than I first anticipated.
I mean, being jumped by many goblins probably didn't help.
I mean, she did spring traps for us. So that's good. But maybe we want to do this a little bit differently. Especially since there's death is down the hall. Or we can just look down the hall.
Yeah, let's just kind of... I think we should get a lay of the land that we're going to be invading and then come up with a plan. How does that sound?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, how long has it been, Squee?
Since when?
Since Aras would have cast Spider Climb. It's up to an hour. So like the first battle.
So let me think. You guys did not short rest after the first battle, I believe. So
Nope.
We'll say
No.
5, 10. We'll say it's been about 25 to 30 minutes. So you still got about half your spell left.
Okay. Cool.
And Claire will come over, just kind of grumbling. Goblins can't ever just stand up and fight like, well, normal people.
Well, would we want them to go against their nature?
Yes, absolutely yes. Because their nature is to murder people indiscriminately.
Oh, kind of under her breath, Amelia just mutters, "Not all goblins."
Don't
I
think
mean-
she hears that. She doesn't hear that.
Well done. All right. So who is? Oh, everyone's moving.
I lost Kitty.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, there she is. I think Portly was on top of her. Or somebody else.
Portly, no!
Somebody else. Somebody else's token.
Portly, she's been through enough.
Dear God.
Amelia's just delicately picking her way across the fucking water, like, oh.
So, what do we see when we just barely peek around the corner?
Just a little tiny peek.
Teeny tiny, itty bitty.
Oh, let me see here. There we go. You see a hallway.
Fucking riveting.
Okay.
I know, right?
So then,
Did I? No, I didn't. Because I'm a fool.
By the way, torches or no torches?
Right now, probably without. Amelia has a little bit of dark vision, but
I
not
can't
a lot.
see shit.
oh wait,
Can't say.
Silly humans.
Neither can my sister.
Nope. I can't see either.
I don't know if I can see.
You're a dwarf. You have dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh sweet, okay, good.
God, I'm realizing now we have such a missed opportunity to have make your family like the epitome of like the Florida family.
Oh God.
Such a missed opportunity there. I'd like to welcome you all down to the Lilac Order. Never mind them gators
Excuse
over
me.
there.
Oh wait.
What
I
part
don't-
of Florida are you coming from?
I don't know what the Floridan accent is.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's
Have you
closer
heard me
to
talk?
Louisiana.
That sounds like Bubba Gump.
Yeah. Look, I'm from Texas. We assume everyone's like us.
Oh my
Oh God.
So I can drink this here potion of invisibility and then, walk along the wall where if rocks fall down, nobody would suspect it. And I can walk down the hallway and look and see and then send you guys a message to see what I see down there.
That sounds like a solid plan.
Try to be as sneaky as possible, though.
I always try. I won't say I always succeed. Alright, so I will rummage through my bag and pull out a potion of invisibility. Because this seems like a good use for it. And then using my newly discovered dark vision, because I'm not sure how much I actually knew about seeing in the dark before, because it never came up.
You can see up to
60 feet dark
60
vision.
feet, 60 feet as if it were dim light. And what that means is that you will
I'm
have...
just saying, I just was joking about a Ross actually not actually whether or not she could see in the dark.
Right, she's
whole
not...
dwarf.
This is new to her. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just to let you know, so it's like dim light, which means you'll have disadvantage on any perception checks, but you can see just fine. It's like walking into a room with just a nightlight on.
Alright, so I will start walking probably like high up in the corner of the roof, so if stuff falls down, if I trip or whatever, people will just assume it's normal rocks falling in the cave.
I wonder what happens if you trip while using spider climb. Like, you don't just fall upwards. I would assume
You
that you
clip
could...
through the wall.
I mean, like, I would assume you would just catch yourself and keep yourself... Like, I'm not... Don't get me wrong, I'm not actually going to start making you roll acrobatic checks or anything.
Okay.
I mean, she's sticky. Can she trip?
And that's what I was
mean-
debating. Is like, I mean, it's possible, but it'd be really hard.
So I will just start walking down as far as I can until I see something interesting.
Gotcha. Maybe she's got like those magnetic boots where it's just like clump, clump. All right.
But they're webbed, so they're sticky. So they're
Yeah.
more like.
Oh, jeez.
You-
They use Van der Waals forces, just like geckos.
Just like Tom Holland.
Sure.
You come to an intersection. One going up, one going down.
So I'll be like, all right, there's an intersection up here. I'm gonna go up.
Does Rhea have a walkie-talkie?
No.
Nope.
Okay, so then Amelia's the only one getting this message. Got it.
Could we be following just a little bit quietly? I feel kind of scared having her be up there, all alone like the metal kitty that got pulverized in a matter of seconds. I mean, she's not on the ground, so she can't be bludgeoned or blown up, but she can be pinned and cushioned off the wall.
That's for y'all to
fair.
decide. I'm going up north.
I move.
I follow, searching for traps as we go.
Roll me, both of you roll me a perception checks, please. At disadvantage. No, wait, you've got a torch, don't you?
I would need a torch, yeah.
Yeah, so you roll me just perception check, and Sib, roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
Can I crouch and try and hide?
Yeah,
You got a 19.
sure you can. I mean, but you really would just roll me a stealth roll.
I got a 15.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
And a 5. You think you're
Oh,
doing
boy.
a pretty okay job, Kieran.
Oh, and I was trying to be stealthy.
Roll me a stealth check then.
Okay.
Okay.
13.
Gotcha.
With the caveat of walking on the wall, so,
Gotcha.
might be more forgiving.
And your perception check was a 15?
15.
Yours is a 19. Okay. Aras and Rhea, when you approach that point, you notice, let me get out of mask mode. Out of mask mode, you notice that right here, this area, looks like there's tiny little holes in the wall. In both walls.
So would I have noticed that beforehand?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would have said something to Amelia.
She will convey that as quietly as she can to everybody. Like, is this like the size of a dime, the size of a golf ball, size of a baseball? Like,
The holes are probably the size of a quarter.
okay.
And there's probably a good 20 or so on each side. And it covers it covers about a good 20 feet along the wall. Well, more like 10 feet along the wall.
Yeah, Amelia's gonna kind of like point that out and say we should take a moment, maybe. No point in rushing ahead.
And Rhea, as you kind of approach, you see exactly what they're talking about.
Right. Do I see anything that might trigger this?
Make me an investigation check. As now that you've noticed them, you have to look for how it works.
Right. Because I'm so great at those.
I would
am.
help.
I got a 19.
Okay. Yes, you notice that tied in almost like by two pegs, or held taut by almost two pegs in the water itself, and hard to notice with the rushing water, is a string that disappears. And as you follow the string carefully, you notice that it is very gently buried in the ground, leading up to one of the walls.
Sneaky.
So yeah, Rhea's definitely not a disabler for traps, so she'll just point this out to everyone.
What would we need to roll for disabling it?
That would be sleight of hand. Or thieves' tools, if you have those.
I don't have either of those.
I have those. What do thieves' tools do?
Disable traps, open doors, disengage locks.
Making it easier to disable traps.
Well, no, you need to have proficiency in thieves' tools, which I think you do. You would just roll your proficiency in thieves' tools. So thieves' tools, for you would probably be it would be your dexterity bonus plus your proficiency bonus. But you should be able just to roll them on your character sheet, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
She doubts me. She thinks I'm going to do something horrible.
No, I'm just not sure how I would do that, but that's okay.
You fool, you rolled your thieves' tools.
So, add my proficiency bonus to this roll.
18. What's your dex bonus?
Well, my dex is already included.
Got you. So what's your proficiency bonus is 4, I think?
I think it's a 3.
3.
3. Yes.
So that's a 24.
Yeah, plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So you come back, walk down the wall, walk over to the line, and you realize that it's a line that has to be kept taut. So probably utilizing a little bit of help. Who would you choose to help you? And you rolled so well, I'm not going to make them roll too. I'm just choose someone that you think would
Rhea, Rhea and I were both investigating it, so
Sure.
I have Rhea help.
So having Rhea keep basically walk over to the edge of the wall Rhea, she would direct you to go. I can't ping right there. Why did that just disappear? And then keep like pulling on the string to keep it taut. Aras, you would then pick up the pegs and slide it up the line, and then to where Rhea is, and then put the peg back in the ground so that it keeps the tautness. But now the string goes to the bottom of the wall, so as long as you don't kick the wall, you're fine. And you do it very carefully and very slowly, and the whole process takes about 5 minutes or so. But you successfully disable the trap.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We did a thing.
I'm not going to be able to use any traps on you guys because you keep just finding them all. It's fine.
Without setting them off, because,
No,
we've
fine.
done that before.
Let's just ignore one of the best parts of Goblin Caves. Let's just disarm everything. No, actually, I'm very proud of you guys. Traps can usually be no bueno. You remember the skeleton doors.
Yeah.
Those were horrible.
Or the
Not for me,
or my
but-
favorite trap, the I forget what they're called, the snake undead skeletons.
Oh, from the fucking
Yeah.
from the crypt.
So that disabled. Ross, do you go back up to the roof?
Yes.
Continue your way. All right.
Yes.
So you all see Ross continue upwards.
All right. Well, I guess we keep following at a distance,
Okay.
searching for traps the whole.
Sure. Absolutely. Ross, roll me another stealth check. Okay, good. And the rest of you, roll me a party stealth check. So
19.
each of you roll me a stealth check, and I'll just take the more successes or more failures, basically. But Ross, you're being pretty stealthy up there.
Hey.
Oh,
Why
That's-
did you?
14.
Oh, because
Because you're
I'm
doing
in heavy
disadvantage.
armor.
Yeah, but you're still doing pretty well. So the rest of you, I'll roll for Claire over here.
oh my god.
Aw.
Oh.
I got a roll
Ouch.
for my dog.
Sorry, I tried to zoom in, and because your token's so big, my mouse was just over your token. Claire doesn't stealth. That's not how Claire rolls. Claire's got Shellin on her side. She's fine. Said every paladin ever.
I take a 5-foot step away from Claire.
No, but overall, your group is able to move pretty darn stealthily. And Aras, you see what I've been revealing to you: a large open room. And I'll say you kind of you can move up to the center of this and you explore it. You see a large open room that kind of dead ends into an alcove off to your left, and then a small passageway that kind of goes up above.
Do I see anybody in the room?
Roll me a perception check. At disadvantage, please.
Come on.
You got this.
It just wasn't clicking.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh,
Your
wow.
belief was misplaced.
You don't see anyone in
Wow.
the room. It looks very empty.
Natural 1. Okay.
You
Um.
look around and take a moment, making sure your eyes are adjusted. You don't hear or see anything. In fact, there's not even any water or waterfalls in the room. It's very peaceful.
So I will tell Amelia that I don't see anybody, but, they're goblins. There's
I'm
probably
gonna-
nobody around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as a GM, I'm gonna say you rolled a 1. You're pretty confident.
There's probably, I'd see them if I could.
Here,
If they were here.
It's like what is it called? The Dunning-Kruger effect. Like the worse you roll, the more confident you are that you did it. I don't know if that exactly applies.
Alright, can I roll an investigation or a perception or something?
Yeah. So what are you doing? Are you doing a decently quick glance around, or are you like going through the bushes and rocks and looking? Because that would determine what you're.
Yeah, she's not going to be sticking her face into any bushes or anything.
Gotcha.
Like
So roll me a
that. She just-
perception check. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're near torches, so no.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you look around and Aras has got the gist of it. It seems very quiet in here.
Oh, fuck. Ah, they're probably further up ahead.
I mean, I would try to continue to figure out where the little path goes.
Yeah, can I start looking around for those footprints we were following? I know there's an awful lot of water here in
Yeah,
Paco, but
sure.
there is a fork. And
Roll me a survival check, sure.
can I move out to here and wander around this area really quick? I
Yeah.
want to make sure it didn't turn the other way.
By all means.
Okay.
While you're doing that, Aras, we'll say you move up a little bit. 10. Yes, not only are there tracks, there's tons of them. And they go both up and down. The only thing to note is that going up the direction you're going, there seems to be so much less traffic. It's much easier to see footprints going north than it is south. But there certainly are footprints that go that direction.
Good enough.
I mean, I just randomly picked this direction, so.
Sure. So you see, you continue to go up north, and Aras, roll me a strength check, a strength saving throw.
Okay. Come on. I don't know why everything is being slow today. Is anybody else having stuff be slow?
Yeah.
My brain.
Yeah.
Didn't he say not to go north?
Yes.
You may have mentioned it.
Fuck!
The spiders up north, yeah.
Aras,
I
you
thought
walk.
he meant on the ceiling.
You walk, looking around, trying to see what you see, and suddenly you walk right
I
into.
do have proficiency.
In.
Oh no, inspiration. I mean,
Oh.
whatever. For
Inspiration from what?
that, you
gave
about
her
just sitting
inspiration.
Kitty in
Good.
and not. Yeah.
Good. Then yes, that lasts forever. Because I was like, if it's a bardic inspiration, that's long gone.
No, like an advantage thing.
Sure. Do you want to use it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
There we
much
go.
better. You find yourself walking right into, and I'll move your character just up a little bit to right about here, walking right into a mass of sticky substances, and in a moment of panic, you step up and you rip away, and as you rip away, the web tears with you and vibrates all along the wall.
So I'll say to Amelia, I think I found the spiders.
Oh, maybe come away from there.
Yeah.
Let's go the other way. Yeah, let's head south, maybe.
Maybe we should go the other way. So,
You start
Yeah, I
making your
think-
way.
yeah,
Back
we'll
along
go
the
back
wall.
the other way.
I don't move yourself back about halfway.
Oh, okay.
As your passive perception is more than enough to see and hear the sounds of clacking feet coming towards you. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
This is why we can't have nice things.
God damn it.
Run, run! I'm still invisible, right?
I told you we should leave her. She doesn't need us.
The spiders against the goblins?
I always roll so well for initiative.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh,
Okay. So, you look around and you see a large, very large cave spider crawling along the wall towards you at high speed. Aras, I would assume you give some kind of cry of alarm, shall we say?
Yeah, I would say run, run the other way.
Kieran, you're up first. I don't think from where you are. Well, yeah, you could. Well, no, your torchlight wouldn't make it that far, so you don't know what she's running, telling you to run from.
She is a dwarf, though.
Oh, that's right. How far does your dwarf vision go? 60 feet? Then yeah, you could see it. Never mind. You can see what she's saying run from. The pallies can't, but you can.
Immediately state, that is a big spider! I bet he would feed at least for a family! And she's gonna actually just hunker down and hold. I need everyone back here before I'm willing to move.
Fair enough.
Dodge action.
Gotcha, you take the dodge action. Anything with your bonus?
Nope. I'm just gonna hunker down, sword and shield, and wait. Nothing with bonus.
Gotcha. Amelia, your turn.
Oh god. Shit. Flashbacks. Okay.
Do you have dark vision as a half elf? I think you do, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it's like
So
I don't think it's like amazing, but hang on.
Well, I would say the only people, it's got to be at least 60 feet. The only people that can't see it yet would be well, hang on. Let me see here. Whoops. How many feet is that?
Okay, yeah, I can see up to 60 feet. So yeah, I can see it as well.
Yeah, Rhea and Claire. They're the only ones that don't know. Well, you hear Kieran say that's a big honking spider. That's it. That's all you know. But everyone else can see it. Amelia, what are you doing?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, after having a brief Vietnam flashback to the fucking boat with the spider guy and the spider dudes and the spider child and the spiders everything. Yeah, no. She's going to
I'd forgotten about that.
Ross hadn't.
Nope.
She ate one.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh god, that's right. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Oh, Jesus.
Not her best decision.
No.
No, it was amazing. Wouldn't change it for the life of me.
We need to have a conversation later.
Jesus. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you cast Chill Touch and extend it towards the spider, and it misses. It hits the wall next to it.
Okay, great. Shut the fuck up. And turn.
Gotcha. All right. Next is Aras.
Yeah, she's gonna see the spider and remember the past history of spiders and the fact that they don't taste very good, and be quietly, oh shit, run, 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 and just double move, run as far as she can out of the room the opposite direction. And saying this loud enough that other people could hear this as well.
Sure.
So, And that's all I'm gonna do my turn.
Gotcha. So go ahead and move your character 60 feet.
So 50 feet. Oh yeah, 60 feet because
yeah.
yeah. Sorry. So
Oh wait, no, it'd be 50 feet. You're right. Unless you have +5.
the boots
Oh,
give
yeah,
me
yeah.
plus.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Claire. Claire's like, goes, Rhea! And actually, like, steps up next to Kieran and puts her shield up and says, Go! Behind me! And also takes the defensive action. Rhea.
Why the heck do I have to cower behind her? What the heck?
You don't have to do anything. You do what any free-spirited paladin wants to do. Send Kitty in there.
Yep, I'll send Ross's pet up there. Alright, well, since Rhea got the shit beat out of her in the last fight, she will move back. And I will hold to... Actually, I will cast Thunder Smite. And that'll be my action.
Thunder Smite, which does...
It gives me extra thunder damage when I hit.
Nice. Gotcha. All right. So... That spider goes to there, just dashing up towards you. This spider oh, how many is that? I can't see how many feet that is, gosh darn it. Okay, 35 feet. So, Kieran, it is going to stick out its butt out from underneath it, or I guess above it, because it's kind of crawling on the ceiling right now. And it's going to take disadvantage for this, but it is going to shoot a sticky stream of web-like fluid towards you. Disadvantage. Okay. And miss. As you're able to just kind of lean to the side and that sticky fluid just hits the wall behind you. And then you have 3 large spiders crawling along the wall, moving towards all of you. Kitty! What's Kitty doing?
Oh, she is trying to get the hell out of there as well. She is sick of, having her butt handed to her, so she's just gonna try to go across the water and wait to see what she can do later.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. All right. Back up to Kieran. Kieran, they're trying to web you in place.
That's awful rude of them, and I'm going to kind of turn back to my party and be, are we getting some distance, or are we taking on the group?
I think they'll just follow us.
Here's a question. How fast can you kick a wall back there?
Huh?
We got a trap, don't we? You set it up on one single cord, didn't ya?
That's really true. So, like I said, run? Spring the trap?
I will say, Ross, you especially would know, it's certainly doable, but if they're on the roof like you are, they'll just walk right over it. Because you walked right past it without ever setting it off, or like the holes don't go up to the ceiling; they're around head and chest level for someone walking on the ground.
We can also try to coerce them to get into position and then,
I mean, yeah, I'm not
using
trying to.
something as bait.
By no means am I trying to dissuade anything. Just letting you know information you'd have.
Like, we could use Kitty down there as bait.
Yeah, we could. Can you repair her still?
She can move, yeah. As long as I have access to the body, I've definitely.
Let's back up and form a line and get Kitty to lay there and mew helplessly or something.
I'm all for it.
I ain't gonna move until you guys are behind me, so I'm gonna hold action completely.
Oh, I'm already past you, so.
Not far enough.
Well, fair enough.
We running it?
Yeah?
See, I can get to
Yeah,
there.
I think so. We should probably run. But yeah, I also have Mage Hand, so even if they don't spring the trap, I probably can.
That works.
All right.
That's better.
Kieran, anything for your turn? That's it?
That's it.
All right, Amelia. Go get him.
Ha! Funny.
You've got acid splash.
Don't patronize me.
What? Me? I am only and ever on your side. I'm sorry, I can't even. I'm sorry. Please. Live. All of you live.
Why do I feel doomed all of a sudden?
I like teasing you guys, but I don't want to demoralize anyone. You guys do what you need to do.
I'm gonna yeet the sorcerer over there.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Amelia, what? Go!
I mean, if Rhea can lift a sewer grate, no problem, in the dungeon like that, I don't think she'll have any problem tossing Amelia.
Jesus. Yeah, no, she's just gonna double move over here, I guess.
It worked in Power Rangers.
Oh my god.
All right, gotcha. Aras, your turn.
I am going to double move and as a bonus action cast Expeditious Retreat, which doesn't help me this turn, but still later turns.
Sure.
Okay. And that's it.
All right. Perfect. Claire. Claire goes, okay, we're backing up. And she will also double move back and stand in front of the squishy sorcerer.
I've just realized I'm a dwarf, so my stubby legs only brought me to there, by the way.
Oh, that's fine. That's yeah. All right. Rhea, yours and Portly's turn.
Right. Well, seeing as everyone else is backing up, she's gonna run forward now. I could get further than that, but I'll stay up front, and she'll whistle for Portly to follow her.
Gotcha. Portly, go ahead and move Portly. There you go. Perfect. All right. Spider 2 can't see anybody. Spider 2 moves there. Really, it's going to be a pretty boring turn for them. Spider 3 goes to there. And Spider 1 goes to there. Alright. Kitty.
She's just gonna double dash and move over to the group, so I'm just trying to figure out how far that is.
Okay. Luckily, the spiders are all on the ceiling, so they don't get attacks of opportunity, because they can't reach you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. They're more than 10 feet away up in the ceiling.
Okay. So I think that's I think she can get to there.
Gotcha. Okay. Kieran, back to you.
We may be a little short on the distance here. I'm gonna go ahead and the line is this one, right?
Yes, right there. And the best way to look at it is oops. Okay, stop that. There. This area is the dart area.
Okay.
And we'll say like that so that you can kind of get an idea. In fact, you know
So
what?
I'm gonna
I'll
get,
just keep
like,
this here.
right in front of the dart area.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna hunker down and put my sword in the ground in front of me and lean my shield against my leg and take out my longbow.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm just planning on, once I shoot a shot into one of these things, probably just throwing my bow down and picking it up later.
Understood. Just having your shield and sword at the ready.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. In that case, like you're planning, that would just be a free action for you. An interaction is what it would be. All right. Amelia.
Okay. So real quick, you said that the arrows are coming out of the south wall, correct? Or at least it looks
Both
like they
walls.
will.
Both walls.
Both walls. Okay.
Yep.
So we just need to bring them down.
Yes. Bringing them down is a good idea.
How far down do the arrows go? Does it like go all the way down to the floor, or?
So for an average person, like let's say your height, Amelia's height, it starts about your waist and ends at about your head. So say a good 2.5 to 3 feet of height. So you know what? We'll say from 3 to 6 feet is where they're ranged.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of risky, but we could probably like bait them by leaving someone or something there and have them like try and swoop down and then activate the trap.
Pigs.
No,
The
no, I
sorcerer.
was thinking someone who's already dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, Amelia's going to kind of usher everyone back a bit, and she's going to summon Annika, just kind of floating in the middle here.
Sure. Give me 1 second. I have an Annika for you.
You do?
There you go. Put her where you
Yay.
like.
She's gonna be right here, floating.
Gotcha. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Kirani, just because this is new for you, you suddenly see a ghost-like apparition with pale straw blonde hair and pointy ears appear out of the sky. The lower half of its body fading into obscurity, and its upper half a gross, grotesque poltergeist.
Things I was not ready to fight in the cave, I announced loudly.
Ross, your turn. Annika's back.
Hi. You know. I'm just gonna continue to back up, and I'm gonna tell Kitty to start throwing rocks at the stand, right in the middle, and throw rocks at the spider. So
Kitty's
I'm
going to throw rocks at the spider.
Yep.
How? I'm curious. How is Kitty going to throw rocks at the spider? Foxes don't generally throw rocks well.
She has the grabby hand.
She has
does.
the grabby hands.
She does.
So that's exactly how she's gonna throw rocks at the...
Kitty have a ranged attack?
Nope.
All right,
Probably
then
not.
I'm going to say Kitty can't effectively throw rocks at them.
It's not supposed to be effective.
Gotcha.
It's just
I mean,
to,
okay, good. Then absolutely.
get their attention.
Flavor-wise, this is 100%. And tell you what, I'll even have her roll a persuasion check.
It's just to have something attacking them that they can go after that might potentially look like they could do some damage.
Sure,
but...
absolutely.
And
she
bark menacingly.
she can growl and bark and light up her eyes, and she's already sparking, so there's that. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check, which would just be a charisma check for Kitty.
But that would be on her turn, right?
Yes, that would be on her turn.
Okay, so Aras, just for her turn, is getting the hell out of the way, out of the cave. She is just running, and now she's going 90 feet because she can dash as a bonus action.
Yes, so actually you guys see Aras, everything she does is like super fast when she's moving.
Invisible. So nobody's actually seeing this.
She's invisible?
I remember I
she
said
took the invisibility.
I took an
potion.
invisibility potion.
Oh, I must have, doing a bunch of things. I missed that somehow. But hey, okay, cool. Never mind. You can't see how incredibly fast she is. But yes, good to know. All right, is that your turn?
Yep, and I am getting the heck out of Dodge.
So you remember when, Rhea, when you were joking about she doesn't need us, let's just leave her?
Mm-hmm.
I think she took your advice.
Damn.
All right, Claire backs up to where Kearney is and says, "Okay, who's setting this what off now? What are we doing?"
Can I respond or?
Yeah. I don't make you guys respond on your turns.
Amelia will say, "Just get back. I'll set it off."
Okay, and she'll back up 10 more feet, and then hold her shield at the ready.
Running past the dead girl.
Fair point. She is she'll still run back there, and she'll take a ready stance, and she's not quite sure who she's readying against. Poltergeist is just floating there. And
well, Annika's not even looking at them. She's just staring at the spiders, so
and she'll take a stance, she'll put a shield up, and then there'll be like a short pause, then she'll be like, "Who's the ghost?"
Don't worry about it.
She shrugs. Okay. Rhea.
Jeez. She'll move back next to Claire.
Look,
and
Claire's
reportedly
seen some
run back.
shit, alright?
Yeah, no, but seriously, move your dog away from my sister.
I did. Calm down.
Portly, no. Gotcha. And do you ready anything, or do you?
Yeah, I'll ready to hit something if it comes in range, but I doubt it will.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's see here. Amelia,
Yee.
Does Annika? Yeah, she does. Just have her roll a charisma check for me. And describe.
Do I have a thing for her?
Yeah, she's a familiar. You should have a stat page for her.
I don't.
Have we never made one for her?
Nope. All I remember is you were like, "Hey, what stats should she have?" And I was like, "A bat."
Well, give me 1 second. I'ma find you a bat. A bat that has twice as many hit points.
Yay!
So instead of 1 hit point, she has 2. No, instead of roll me a.
Didn't you say she had 15 or something?
Yeah, she did. I was just joking. I was gonna take a look at. Give me a. Oh no.
It's a very armored bat.
Give me a charisma check -3 because she has a charisma of 4, which makes sense.
But she's gorgeous. Can't they see?
Is she?
She is very much not.
Oh god.
Roll me a d20 -3. Yeah.
Oh.
So, Annika.
Wow.
Like, you put her there, and then she just floats there, tilts her head, and goes, come get me.
Your dead sister is very charismatic.
She seems very much, and Amelia, you would notice this, probably the only one that really notices. She seems very, not distant, but just not motivated to be doing this right now. She's in a mood.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you're not really feeling up to this. That's totally out of character.
All right. Spider number 2. 5, 10, 15, 20. Kierne. She is the spider is going to attempt to shoot another web attack at you. That is 17 and a miss. Again, you're able to. Well, you don't have your shield.
Nope. So you hit.
That is a hit. You are restrained, which means you are unable to move. Give me 1 second, and I will explain that a little bit better for you. So, you are restrained by the webbing. As an action, the restrained target can make a DC 15 strength check bursting out of the webbing on a success. The webbing can also be attacked and destroyed, though it has a certain AC and HP that you'll have to figure out by trying if you want to. But you can tell very quickly with your experience, bludgeoning and psychic damage have no effect on it.
Okay.
But yes, you are currently restrained, which basically just means you can't move. You can still attack, you can still do almost everything, but you can't move, and you automatically fail dexterity saving throws. Cave spider number 1. Oh, hey, web recharged. Well, that's good to know.
Yay.
There. You know, as unconvincing as she still is there. I'm gonna have Spider 1 shoot a web at Annika. What is the AC on a bat? One asks.
Probably not great.
12. It's not horrible. It's 12. So, Cave Spider. Not that this really matters incredibly much. Oops. Hang on a second. There. Why is that? What? Why was that an advantage?
I don't know.
Oh, because it's on Kierne and you're restrained. Never mind. So Kierne, you're already restrained, but ignore that. Let me go ahead and re-roll that because I don't know which one was the first one.
They
Actually,
were both 17s.
They were both 17s.
Okay,
so.
good. I was gonna say it doesn't matter. She's a flipping ghost. She's restrained, I guess. But so what?
She just like looks down at herself, looks back up at the spider, like, fucking really.
And this one, crawling on the roof, is going to shoot a web at Claire. Try and restrain her. Yeah, just that's the closest target. Web. And that's a hit, so Claire is also restrained.
This is why we can't have nice things, guys.
Give me a second. I'm looking up restrained again real quick. Just to make sure it is just that you can't move. I think that's what it is. Creature speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against the creature. Oh, attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. That's important. And the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So, a little worse than what I told you. Kitty, roll me a persuasion check, a charisma check, please.
Would it be persuasion or intimidation? It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Either way, it's going to be charisma. Yeah, I would say really it'd be intimidation, but yes.
Okay. They're both -2, so. Oh.
Still
It's not
not
bad.
horrible.
Better than Annika.
Yeah.
13?
So Kitty manages to, with her little robotic arm, picks up a small rock, and the arm like retracts and then extends really fast and pushes the rock out. It just kind of bumps against the spider shell. But much more effectively, she growls menacingly, her gears screeching against each other.
You know,
It's not a shell. It's an exoskeleton.
Yes.
barking her head off as much as she can, and she's gonna like charge up to be near Annika.
Gotcha.
So, like underneath them and like try to jump up, I guess. So I don't know where you want me to put her.
Where do you want to put her?
Like up near Annika, like right underneath.
Sure, by all
Trying
means.
to-
I mean, they're
Or
30
like
feet
the
high,
one
so
near the wall. Yeah,
Oh.
I guess she would be near the wall.
you put her where you want. There you go. Perfect.
So
All right.
like trying to jump up the wall and
Yeah, so definitely attention getting, certainly.
yeah.
Kieran.
I'm gonna go ahead and release a shot.
Okay, it'll be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Go ahead and control click on the target you want to shoot.
That's what I'm trying to do. There we go. Alright.
And tell it you don't care about its webs.
I don't.
Kieran, he just acts like they're not even there. Kieran, he acts like it's just not even there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Webs be damned. You hit it for 10 points, your arrow flying true.
So here's a question. Can I still throw down my longbow and grab up my sword and shield?
Yes, I can say, especially since you put them right there in front of you, you'll have no trouble doing that. Might have considered it differently otherwise, but you prepared. They're right there. Doesn't matter if you can't move or if you have disadvantage. You can.
Can
pick
I
them up
use my
just fine.
bonus action to cut the web?
Do you have? Well, no. So you can make an attack against it, or you can do a standard action to try and break it.
I'd like to attack it.
All right. Do you have? You have 2 attacks, right? Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, by all means. Uh, 13. Let me see. That is a hit. 2 damage, please. All right. You cut a lot of it off you, but there's still enough on you that it's giving you the restrained condition, but you can tell that your sword is definitely effective.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm going to just remove 6 off of that cave spider. There we go. All right. Perfect. Amelia.
Okay. Fucking goddamn shit. God.
What are you doing?
Fast splash.
Oh, okay. Acid Splash. 1 fails, 1 succeeds. So 4 damage to Cave Spider 3. Oh man, he's getting hit hard. Gotcha. Alright, anything for your bonus action?
Would I be able to use the mage hand as well? Or no, they're still up top on the roof, right?
Well, so let's see. Let me just work first real quick. How long does it cost to how long does it take to cast Mage Hand?
Um,
Mage Hand.
1 action, so
Yeah,
never mind.
so no, you wouldn't be able to.
Okay. But yeah, the still I do want to know. Are they still on the roof?
They
or...
are still on the roof at the moment, yes.
Okay. Yep. And I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Aras. Having fun?
Yep. So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Clarice is restrained, right?
Correct.
If I were to like run up and try to cut her out of that, would that be considered an attack?
I mean, not against her, against the webs. So
But that would be considered
yes.
because I'm invisible, so I'm trying to like.
Yes.
Is there any way
it
I
most
can
certainly would be
her?
considered an attack, yes. You're taking an aggressive action, yeah.
Well, it was worth a shot. So instead, I will break my invisibility and shoot at the wounded cave spider.
Okay.
Since why not? And that would be 19.
Let's see. Let me check its AC. Yep, that's a hit.
Okay.
15 damage.
Yep.
So
15 damage.
yeah, that hit it really hard. It's not having fun, that's for sure.
So second shot.
Okay.
Second barrel. Oh, nope.
Is a
Miss. All right.
All right.
And yep, that's it.
Perfect. All right. Claire. Claire is going to take her action. She's going to be like, oh, great. And she'll just kind of grit her teeth and attempt to break out of it. And she does. And Claire just grits her teeth and just, and like, almost like ripping a muscle shirt, just her arms go each direction and she just rips the webbing, steps out of it, and steps right up to here next to Curany and puts her shield in front and goes, come on! Because really there's not much else she can do. Rhea.
Oh boy. Are there any spells that I can cast that would help?
Oh, I was going to say yes. Oh, well.
No, there are not.
Ceremony.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I have that would work for that. So I will go ahead and I guess just take a couple shots
All
at
right.
the third spider with the short bow that I picked up.
Gotcha.
Oof.
That's a miss. And
Jeez.
another miss.
I have not hit anything with this bow.
I know. Well, bows aren't really your thing.
But still.
I know. Nope, no web. Cave Spider 2 has no web. But Cave Spider 2 is going to drop down. It's not going to move per se. It's just going to drop down and attack Kitty. Because Kitty did actually get its attention. hang on. I have to move it for a second so I can target Kitty. Why can't I target Kitty?
I have no idea.
There, that worked. And it's gonna drop down and attack Kitty with a bite. And it misses. Its claws slide off of Kitty's metal frame. Spider number 1. No web. Spider number 1, however, is going to rush forward. Drop over here. I know I'm covering Kitty up, but I'll move them when you need to move Kitty. Drop here in front of the still restrained Curony. Its plan successful, and is going to attack you with advantage with its bite.
Oh no!
That is a 20, so that's a hit. You are going to take 8 damage from the bite, and please roll me a Constitution saving throw with advantage because you're. Do dwarves have advantage to poison?
They have like dwarven resilience.
Yeah, I thought so. I think you have advantage on Constitution checks against poison or venom.
You allow to roll it, or shall I just?
You know what? I'm gonna say do it for now, so we don't slow things down, and I'll look it up. 15. Yep, that does it. So you don't take any poison damage. Give me a second here. Let's see. Abilities. Dwarven resilience. You have advantage to saving throws against poison. Boom. There you go. And you have resistance to poison damage to boot. So even if you failed, you wouldn't have taken that much damage. So it bites you, and it injects you, but man, Kieran, come on. You've had mosquitoes that have had a worse bite. And then cave spider number 3's web does recharge. It is going to shoot said web at Claire to try and wrap her back up because it doesn't want to get close to her if she's not restrained by webbing. That should not be at advantage. Why is that at advantage? Oh, because it didn't take the condition off. Gosh darn it. Crud. What was the first roll?
It would be an 18 total.
18 versus Claire's AC is not a hit. And Claire is not neutral. She's not hostile. She's friendly. Alright, so the webbing does not hit her. And just to note, everyone, 2 of the spiders, cave spider 2 and 1, are on the ground. Cave spider 3 is still in the air, or on the roof. Kitty, your turn. You are covered with a spider on top of you and a spider behind you.
Well, you know, one to never back away from a fight.
True.
She is going to do a bite attack at whichever one. I guess the one on top of her is that one.
The one attacking you, or the one that, because the other one's focused on Kieran, 2 is focused on Kitty.
Okay, so then I guess 2.
Gotcha.
But I don't know how to
Control.
All right.
Try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not letting me change to Kitty to target it, so it's okay.
That's fine. Just go ahead and roll the attack. I'll add it manually.
Whoa,
that is a
natural
nat.
20.
That's a nat 20. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
So that's 20
Nice.
points of damage and a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Hey, roll your. Oh, you know what? Guys, I learned how to do this. I go to its abilities, attributes. There we go. And it fails. So it takes 20 points of damage and is knocked prone. Very nice.
Wow.
Give me a second here.
That worked way better than I expected.
Yeah, wow, that did. So Kitty she's had enough, maybe.
Maybe she
People
bit
underestimating
and there
you.
was some electric damage.
Oh my god,
Did it?
that's brilliant! She
And
bites.
that's why it got prone.
She bites, and the pressure of the bite it just wrecks another servo in her jaw that sparks and go pops and like does even more damage. Like the jaws clinch even tighter. Oh, poor kitty, Kieran.
Yeah, that's 2 on the ground, right?
2 on the ground, and kitty.
Well, right about now might be a good time, and I'm gonna go ahead and slash twice at this one in front of me. How do I there we go.
So it'll still be at disadvantage.
I'm still marked, right?
You're
Fail.
still. Let's see. Yeah, you're attacking Cave Spider 1. Yeah, that's the one in front of you. So yes.
Okay.
Go get him. That's a miss.
And my second attack.
Is a hit. Nice. To do 9 damage to Cave Spider 1. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, you're able to cut off one of its smaller front legs. And as it falls to the ground, you see like a lime green ichor start to spurt from that fallen leg.
I point at him and I'm like, I'm gonna eat that later.
Okay, Amelia.
Quick action to make a face? I don't know. Yeah, no, she's to do the mage hand. Would I be able to do the mage hand and also have Annika move out of the way?
Well, yeah, sure. You act simultaneously, so I don't see why not. You do the mage hand, you cast it, and then as your bonus action, you can use it to trigger the trap. And I'd say that while you're doing that, Annika moves back.
Yeah,
Sure,
she
that's
can just
doable.
like float down below where it is, or up, whichever one is.
I hate to ruin that, but is she
She's
still restrained?
She's restrained. That's right.
She's restrained, but she also floats.
But she's
so...
just webbing still sticks to her.
I mean, it's not like she has wings. She's just kind of...
Right, but my point is the webbing's holding her in place. Like, the webbing is connecting her to the ground.
Okay, so then she would be underneath where the things are going to come out anyways.
Well, I mean, no, she's standing. It's just, imagine, like, the thing shot her with webbing. It hit her, and it hit the ground around her, so she's stuck to the ground. That's how it's restraining her and everyone else. So, technically, she does float, true, but the webbing is attached to her and the ground around her. Does that make sense?
Okay, whatever. She pulls the thing.
Okay. Alright, so that would mean so Annika and Kitty are both immune to poison, so they don't have to worry about the poison part of this. This is a attack roll to Spider 2, Spider 1, Kitty, and Annika, and just let me know if it hits. That's just gonna hit everyone. It's going to hit everyone.
Wow.
But the good news is Kitty and Annika take 1 point of piercing damage. That's it. That's all you take. 1 point of piercing damage because you are immune to the second effect. Let's see. And then poison trap. Oh, okay. Then I have to make Spider 2 and Spider 1 make a con save. What's their con? Not great. Not great. Nope. And no, definitely not. So, Spider 2 and Spider 1 both take 11 points of poison damage.
Is that ongoing or just once?
Just once. Yep, just the once. Still. That heavily damages Spider 2 and damages Spider 1. So the darts fly out, hit both of them, do minor damage to Annika and Kitty, and do a lot more damage to the spiders themselves. Okay. Anything else for your turn? Any movement?
Gonna take a step back,
Sure. All right.
and that's it.
Aras, your turn.
So we get disadvantages for shooting at prone creatures, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out which spider I want to target
Gotcha. Makes sense.
when I shoot it. So, I will, I guess, shoot at spider number 1. Well, first I'll reload and then I'll shoot at spider number 1.
Okay. Spider 1 ahoy. Ooh.
15, miss.
Wait,
Nope.
no. Oh no, sorry. I was looking at the dice, which was a very different roll than what came up in the chat. 15 is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
That was a lot better because the die on my screen showed a 1, which is definitely not what you rolled.
Okay.
No, it's weird. Fantasy Grounds doesn't always sync up what dice I see with what you roll in chat. I always go with what rolls in chat.
That's fine. That's it.
All right, that's your turn. Alrighty then. Claire is going to take out. Well, already has her sword out. She's going to. She's not restrained anymore, so I got to get that condition off of her. There we go. And she is going to make an attack on Cave Spider 1, or 2 attacks technically. Attack number 1 is a hit for 8 damage, and attack number 2 is a miss. So she cuts off another one of its legs, and it falls to the ground, thuds and skids a little bit into the water. And then she'll cry out as she says it. Nicely done. I think that did something to him. Rhea, your turn.
All right. Rhea's just gonna drop her bow because it's done nothing so far, and take back out her her sword and shield and run up and attack Spider.
Okay. That's a hit.
All right. And so it'll be this plus some extra damage.
Oh, right, because of the thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
Spider...
I've never used this one before. Let me just make sure that I do the right things in the right order. Okay, so it takes an additional 2d6 thunder damage.
Which kills it. So your sword, how exactly do you finish that one off?
So she's just so fed up with the bow. She drops it, runs forward, almost like a short range charging this thing, and just stabs at it with this huge audible boom of thunder as she hits, and it's almost like a shockwave that sends it back.
And it flies backwards and lands on its back, and its legs do the kick and then curl inwards, and it stops moving. Nicely done.
And then
Uh-huh.
I can move forward and get this one.
That's right. Sorry, I hit this turn thing too quickly. But by all means, let me move that right back. There you go. And we'll keep that too. It doesn't recharge its web. Not like it's going to help it much.
Which is a miss, right?
Unfortunately, a miss, yes. Okay, now I will move this over. It is going to... It's gonna squeal in pain as this little weird mechanical wolf just chomped on it really hard. It's going to attempt to attack the wolf. Or the fox, I'm sorry.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Is it actually lying on top of the fox? Since
No, it's prone. I'd say Kitty is smart enough to kind of avoid it.
okay, just curious.
Let me put it there. Make it a little bit more clear. It would have to actually stand up first, so it'll spend half its movement to stand up. And
Would
so
that
it's not
okay.
in 5e, no.
That's right. That's why I stopped talking.
And it will make an attack on Kitty and miss horribly. Kitty's on fire. Kitty's untouchable right now. Spider number 3 does not get its web back. And it starts running away. It is hurt. It wants nothing to do with the rest of this. Its friend died. People are hitting in its friends. It's hurt. It's running. Skittering
so now
along the
would
roof.
that provoke?
No, it's on the roof. 3 was the one that stayed up on top.
Oh, 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
I missed where we switched. Sorry.
There we go. It is running away. Kitty!
Yep. Kitty's gonna keep chowing down.
Kitty does what Kitty does best. That's a hit. Man, I don't know what lit a fire into your little mechanical fox, but it is ripping into this giant spider right now.
So 11 points.
Yep, 11 points. Give me a second here. It is heavily damaged. As Kitty just starts ripping legs and tearing into the carapace of this giant spider.
And again has to make a DC 13 strength.
Oh,
saving
it does, doesn't it? Okay.
Yep.
Yes, it makes
Okay.
that one. That's actually huge because it was going to try and run away, so that would have been a huge factor. It makes it, but man, it's not looking good. And we're back up to Kieran. Kieran, this metal fox is just ripping this spider apart.
I can see it's just electrocuting it over and over with its little body.
It's Blanca in it.
Kearney is gonna do a strength check and get herself out of this nonsense.
Sure. DC. Give me a second. I think it's 15. Is what you? Oh
21.
God, yes, definitely. It was
This is
15
ridiculous.
is what you needed.
I'm gonna pick up my longbow and go. I'm gonna clearly avoid this other spider.
All right.
I'm gonna go to there. Now I'm gonna use my bonus action to shoot that one.
Sure. That's a miss.
Rather than action surging, I'm gonna have faith in my party and just look at and wait.
Gotcha. Okay. Amelia. Tables have turned.
Well, clearly breaking out Annika was pointless. So she's just... It's just a bonus action to dismiss her, right?
I believe so. If that, we'll say yes for now. It's a bonus action.
Okay, and then she's going to...
Annika just floops, and the web falls to the ground. Well, not floops. That's another character.
Yeah.
She just disappears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Fireball.
Firebolt hit, and kills it. So you step out, you fling a bolt of fire, and if you don't mind being a little colorful, I imagine it hits the spot that Kitty has opened up in its chest,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just see flames shoot out from all of its orifices as it falls to the ground. I'm gonna well, we'll keep combat turns for now until you guys decide you're not pursuing. So, Ross.
I mean, I was gonna say Amelia's going to say there's no point in chasing after it.
The
spider.
But Ross really wants to.
Is Ross looking on it with pride as her creation just brutalizes the spider in the best way possible?
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
Like, that's my girl.
I know.
To be fair, there could be someone helplessly trapped in the webs up there.
So let me see. I just. No, I still can't see him. Okay. I will just. I will have to move even to see him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to move another like 90 feet.
Gotcha.
So I'll have to double move.
Right.
And that'll just be my turn.
Okay. Perfect. Alrighty then. Claire will nod and look back to Amelia and say, Kearney has a point. It might have trapped others. And she'll step up to Kearney and she'll say, but I don't have a way of knocking it down. Hopefully you can with your bow, good dwarf.
Oh, you want to borrow it? I got a crossbow on my back as well.
I mean, I
can
am
support it.
after it.
Yeah.
I don't want anything trapped in those webs we forget, and also, I mean, are these things scarier than death? This might be something to compare with our little goblin friend. Let him know how frightening we are, if you get my drift.
Claire will consider for just a split second, go, drop her shield and sword, grab the crossbow. She is not proficient in. Well, no, she is. It's a simple weapon, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it? A normal crossbow? So what? 1d8 if it hits.
1d8. Yep.
Well, this is a straight d20 because well, d20 plus 3. No, plus 4 for her actually. Because she has no dex modifier. And takes a shot at the spider, and it's Kearney. It's not even close.
Maybe you should have taken the longbow. It is yours after all, and I'll take the light crossbow.
You see, and Rhea, you can even see where you are. She's got a look, Rhea, that you're very familiar with. A look of, just sheer disappointment. Rhea, it's your turn.
We are melee fighters.
Yes, very much. She gave it a good college try.
Okay, so throwing down the bow. I don't got shit to hit it with, so I can chase after it. That's about as much as I can do.
That can still be useful.
I got a long shot. Maybe just keep up with it.
I can probably easily do that.
Yeah, probably. These things don't look exceptionally fast.
Horn Scout.
Speaking of, does not have his weapon, which actually could have been useful. It's skittering along the roof. Kitty.
Yeah, Kitty will give chase. Not that it'll do much good, but she'll run 100 feet after it. Along the floor.
Gotcha. Right, Kitty's got 50-foot movement range.
So that's 50. Okay.
All right, perfect. Kearney.
Yeah. I'm gonna move out just a little so I got a good view.
Sure. And you see its big bulbous butt skittering away from you on the ceiling.
I'm gonna shoot Tiny
Not the hiney.
in the hiney.
That's a crit, isn't it? Aren't you a champion?
19. Am I?
Yeah. Aren't you a fighter champion? You're
Let
not an
me look
Eldritch
at what
Knight,
I am.
and you're
No,
not a
I'm not.
battle master.
Nope, I'm a champ.
Yeah, so that's a
Ooh.
crit. That, my friend, is a crit. So please roll the d8 one more time. We'll have to remember that. So
never
so
played
yeah,
fighter.
so 8 plus 6, so 13 on that first hit. Which actually, that's actually it. That's enough. So tell me, with this crit arrow, how do you finish this?
I just want to pop its bulbous bottom. Pour it
Like
all
a
over the
balloon.
floor. Yeah.
Oh.
Its little legs cling onto the top, but the butt of it just opens up and all the green acidic stuff pours out.
I just love the image of Kitty like tearing out behind it and then all of this stuff flying out and getting to a stop and running away.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean-
since all of this is like simultaneous, Ria's running up right behind it and stops short right when that happens.
oh, sorry about that. They like to pop on impact sometimes.
I like the idea that Kitty is trying to avoid this, even though Kitty's already covered in it because she's been ripping into one of them. But still, you don't need more. And with that, we'll go out of combat. Nicely done, guys.
I immediately pick up my thrown sword and shield and put away the bow.
We'll.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just gonna say we'll begrudgingly go and pick up the short bow again.
Claire will hand the crossbow back to Kieran and say, "We don't speak of this."
Actually, and I kind of push it back at Armal. If we run into a real emergency where you need to hit something from a distance, I'd be preferring that you hang on to it till we're back in the sunlight.
If she can hit, Ria says.
Damn!
Turn down sometimes. Sometimes you gotta take an important shot.
Eyes just bore into the back of Ria's head, who doesn't seem to be paying attention.
Nope.
And then, Kieran, you see a face. It looks like Claire just ate, like, cold mashed potatoes. It's just got that look of, like,
You know what you need? You need hugs. I'd give you beer, but I don't have any. But I got arms, and I just bring her in.
As you go to bring her in, she just holds a hand with one finger extended.
Come on, people paid me for my hugs.
Can I just have the crossbow bolts, please?
All right, it's a deal. Give her the bolts.
Poor Claire. She'll attach the crossbow to her back and the bolts to her belt, pick up her sword and shield, and bang them together once, twice. Right. And then start following Kieran.
I'll come up to Claire and I'll give her a thunderbolt. Good luck.
That face of eating cold mashed potatoes appears once again. And then she sighs and she goes, "I will do my best not to waste it, I promise."
It always helped me.
Right. What am I doing here being sour-faced for? I'm almost as bad as Rhea. Thank you. And then she'll put it in the quiver and give you a smile. And
So,
Rhea, like, most of that conversation you couldn't hear. Suspiciously, that one part was pretty loud.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Would I have heard the part about the hug?
Yeah, Kieran's not the quietest.
So
Oh, I'm loud.
Rhea will just walk up behind Claire and just wrap her in a hug and kind of wipe some of the spider slime off onto her.
Like you do.
Have you ever seen those street performers that can stand perfectly still?
Mm-hmm.
That is your sister right now. Just not moving, not saying a thing. Just internalize, repress, and move on.
Feel, don't feel.
The best of siblings.
And tuck that away for later.
Best lock your door tonight.
Oh man. I'm gonna pull the goblin out and not pull him out completely, but lower the pack and be like, "Oi, see this? This is what death is up against. We're the scariest out there, you know that?
Ah, spiders! Spiders!
We killed them.
I said don't go north. You went north.
They're all dead.
Mm.
Are they all dead?
what's past the spiders?
I don't think they would.
Webs! Maybe more spiders? Shrugs.
I really don't think we should go up. Our first priority should be the bugbears. If the others say that there are more missing, then we can keep looking, but we know that there are people being held by them.
What if it's a shortcut though, and we can get the drop on them?
Amelia gives you a face.
I mean, not to question you and your wise old, she motions towards her head and her ear general area. Your knowledge.
I mean, we've already come this far.
Amelia looks over at Ross and, like, she's trying to convey a feeling. Just, I don't know if she would be able to tell, but she's still thinking about the fucking boat.
What?
It's like,
We made it out of there all right.
it.
I mean, the boat didn't make it out all right, but we
Yes,
did.
but the boat was set on fire.
Why does
happened to the
everything keep getting set on fire?
She just puts up a hand like.
It's purifying?
Oh,
That's not.
anyways,
That's okay, the firebug isn't here. And I mean, I can just walk a little bit further down and then we can make sure nobody's trapped behind in the spider webs.
yes, only for you to be trapped in the spider webs. Is she still invisible?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
She's
But I
been-
am standing on the wall, so.
And moving very jitterily.
Okay.
Oh yeah, how long is Expeditious Retreat?
Give me a second. I think it's at,
I'll pull it. Up to 10 minutes.
Yeah, so you still have it active unless you drop it.
Okay, yeah, no, I can run really fast and then run back. And we know it's here. They'd have to like chase me down and we can set up an ambush.
maybe you could just walk up there and pluck one of the webs again and see if more of them show up. My fear is that there's a bigger one in there. I mean, I think we can still take it, but
We did come here for the goblins, right? Those are what took the people, and if we keep up with this, we will eventually need to rest.
Okay, that's true. That's fair. People first.
solid point. Spider second.
And Claire goes, well, like Kieran said, what if there's people up there? Spiders do keep food, don't they?
That's. Yes,
Oh,
but
damn.
again, it's an if. We know for a fact that people are being held by the bugbears. We would be deviating from something important for something that might be.
So, south?
I'm still fighting towards the webs. She has a very valid point. We could miss somebody. And I'm not scared about prisoners being slain. If they're smart enough to have weapons, then they're probably smart enough to keep them alive, at least for the time being. Spiders ain't that bright, though, and they'll eat the minute they get hungry, maybe if they feel threatened, and I feel like we threaten.
Okay, so I'm gonna start walking north. Does anybody say anything to stop?
Amelia kind of like holds out a hand, like, oh, fine. Apparently, I'm the only one. Just go. Fine, whatever.
So really quick, and I'm just gonna run down here, and then you guys be ready for an ambush if I start running and yelling this way, okay?
Alright.
So
You run past the room that you're sure is empty.
and then just start running like, you know.
Can you pluck one of the webs before you go in, just in case?
Okay.
All right. I
I-
will. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sure I have something that I can hit the web with.
Sure. I'll speed things along just a little bit because you're taking the risk. Ross, you pluck the web, nothing happens, and you run forward. And you don't see. You do definitely see a layer of the spiders, and in the layer, you see many rolled up and dead bodies, some of them nothing more than skeletons. And you also see on the ground what looks like a litter collection of baubles and gold and things that have fallen from prior victims to the spiders. But you do not see any spiders.
I don't care about that. I'm just looking for living right now.
You don't see anything living.
Okay. Then I will, I guess, send a message that it looked like it's all clear and I'm gonna keep going around, like, further south. Through the spider room.
Yeah, there is a tunnel that goes off southwards.
But I will, inform people of the direction I'm running as I'm going.
Okay. Amelia will keep everyone informed, looking very nervous.
Should we start moving in then?
I think we should.
Slowly, carefully, with the shield in front and my sword out, and trying not to touch any webs. I'm gonna start leaving.
Okay. Go ahead and just move your character up. All of you roll me investigation checks. That's still not horrible. Not with that +6.
Yeah.
That's less.
And
Would I
regardless,
be able to roll with Portly as well?
I don't think Portly. I don't know. Sure.
He's
Why
unusually
not?
intelligent.
He is, and he is a sniffer dog. He's a border collie,
mean,
not a horse. So yeah, go ahead.
Kitty as well would get advantage on
Things
perceptions.
pertain.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead and give her a perception check then. She's not investigating so much as just looking around.
I am going to stop and cut open anything I see.
Gotcha.
Oh, well, I mean, Portly has that same ability.
Oh, go ahead and do perception with Portly then.
Okay. So that's advantage on a perception thing then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eh.
So you guys are able to go ahead and just move up in there. You're quite sure that all the spiders are dead. And you see no less than 24 bodies, mostly goblins, some humanoid. Kirini, you cut open any sacks you find, and everything in there has been long since eaten. But as I said with the Ross, you see quite a large amount of gold and gems on the floor that seem to be baubles and treasure that people that have been eaten in the past dropped. And of course, not exactly anyone walking in here to go pick it up.
I mean, we can do that later.
Hopefully someone scoops it up as we walk by.
I can have Kitty do that.
Mhm.
Can I pause and do a quick survival and look around for tracks or footprints or movement in this area around the skull?
Sure,
weird.
absolutely. And so here's what I'll say. If Kitty's doing it alone, it'll take about 5 minutes. If others help, it would take about 1 minute to, I mean, you're just running around scooping up treasure. It'd take about a minute. Kirini.
I think
Mhm.
an auto treasure bot is a perfect use for this little fox.
Sure. It'll take her, like I said, it'll take about 5 minutes to do it by herself, but absolutely she can do it.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Nat 20.
I borrowed your die for tonight. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. However, there's just not a whole lot of information I can give you, Kirini. There are not very many footprints in this area for obvious reasons. This is the lair of the spiders. You see some drag marks on the ground, perhaps where food had been dragged up, but the spiders typically walk on the walls and the ceiling, and you're probably the first people to walk into this area of the cave in many years. Most people are dragged or walk on walls, if that makes sense.
I immediately find a smooth spot and write Kirini Sindradotri was here.
I like it.
And I write it in all of my languages, Common, Goblin, and Dwarven. And then I smile at it before moving on.
Sorry, but there's just not much to find there.
That's perfect. I just wanted to make sure nobody had come through this area or was in trouble. And as long as there's no footprints,
I can tell you, I can
nobody
tell
wants-
you without a shadow of a doubt, you know that everyone that is here that's not in your party has been dead for months.
bad for them, but wonderful for me. Moving on.
Mm-hmm. All right, so are also you gonna leave Kitty behind and have her catch up?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Gotcha. Then I will share this with you. Well, no, actually, you know what? I'll just wait until Kitty gets back to you.
Okay.
That makes more sense. So moving right along. The cave continues downwards, and you guys continue to move ahead cautiously. Roll me an investigation check, a perception check. I mean, sorry, at disadvantage. Okay. Nice.
You said it.
One more time.
Perception at disadvantage.
Yeah, for Ross because she's got
Oh,
night
for
vision.
Ross
But
specifically.
Yeah, I realized that at the last minute. So 10.
All right. You don't see any other traps. You're keeping a keen eye out as much as you can in the low light, or in the night vision, since you've already come across 2. But you don't see anything, and you continue on. You come to, and you know that your spider walking is got about maybe 10 minutes left.
Okay.
You come to another room. And I'm not going to keep making you roll forever. You don't sense any traps. You don't see any people. You don't hear any footsteps where you are. What you do hear is very faintly off in the distance what looks like or sounds like maybe singing or chanting, but it's very quiet. But you notice that this room kind of also leads back to that intersection.
Water.
Where, if you'd chosen to go downwards, you would have gone to this room.
Okay. I will inform people that, I hear chanting from the south, further ahead.
And by people, you mean Amelia.
Amelia, yes.
Who will inform everyone that apparently there's chanting. Wait, what kind of chanting? Is this in common or?
At this point, it's too hard to make out any words. You just hear a soft murmur of voices.
I think it's in Goblin, but I'm not entirely sure. So I will wait for people to catch up, but not for Kitty.
Gotcha.
I hold up a hand and I'm like, everybody be quiet now. And I'm going to try and crouch down as we approach.
Oh no.
Nope. Like drop down on my stomach and start army crawling in my armor.
Scraping
I'm coming!
against stuff.
I'm almost there!
I feel like she expected the patch she dropped down on to be like mud or something, but it's really just stone.
Also, I never let go of my sword and shield, so I'm just kind of climbing with both.
Oh, man. Well, that happens.
Yep.
Alright, so you guys catch up, and then what are you doing now?
I'm right beside ya!
I know. I walked over to you so you'd stop. I'm sorry.
Back up.
We'll just how about you stay here and I slowly quietly go ahead and I will continue to go ahead.
Okay. As you go ahead, the chanting grows louder, and you can tell that it's a lot of voices.
And do I recognize the words?
Do you speak Goblin?
No.
Then no.
Okay. I will keep going further ahead.
Okay.
Until I can see more area.
Sure. All right.
Can I get a boosty boost
And
up under the rock?
As stealthily as I can.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
11.
Okay. Everyone else, are you moving stealthily or just regularly? Regularly?
Preferably stealth.
Sure. How about the group roll me a stealth check? And Claire, go get him, Claire. Hey, 12 on both sides, so 12.
And Rhea got a 5.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Listen,
12, 10, 5. So not the stealthiest this time. Not the stealthiest.
wait, there's one more, if it'll work.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
that helped.
everybody belly crawl with me, come on!
You see Portly like doing the little dog shimmy, but makes the armor drag.
Look, we don't leave footprints this way!
Sad people always crawl in single file to hide their numbers.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
So there's like marks on the ground behind us where the armor's like scratching the stone.
We're leaving a bigger trail than footprints would leave.
Amazing.
All right, Ross, roll me one more investigation check. Perception check at disadvantage.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Nothing to be sorry about.
11.
Beautiful.
Okay. Well, keep moving up. You seem pretty confident that there's nothing in front of you trap-wise. Or goblin-wise. Rest of you, or if you want someone to do it and someone else to aid, also roll me a perception check, because you guys would be looking too. You're not relying just on a Ross.
Rhea would absolutely be looking.
Yep.
13?
Alright.
I've never led you guys wrong before.
Except North.
Yeah, I'll be being Amelia, so.
So just roll again, or are you gonna roll on?
Yeah,
You
someone.
have a higher thing.
So yeah, just go ahead and roll again.
Yeah, my beautiful +2.
You guys are. I mean, you don't see any traps. You must have gone through them all.
That sounds about right. It's definitely just fucking good.
I'm not gonna make you guys roll stealthy, and I'll just use that.
Oh
that-
god.
Ross, go ahead and move up to
Yes.
here.
Okay. Like here?
No, where the point was.
Over
Other
here,
side.
sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Got it.
And then do you want to wait for the others to catch up, or?
Yeah. I mean, I can hear them behind me, so...
Mm-hmm. And as you
when
approach...
I stop hearing them, I will stop.
As you approach, the rest of you can start to hear the chanting too. It is goblin, but it's still too quiet to make out words. But those of you who speak goblin, you can at least tell the guttural nature of it is definitely the goblin tongue.
Does any one of us speak goblin?
At least one of you.
Huh.
The two of you, though technically one of them's an NPC, so.
Well, alrighty then.
Alright. So go ahead and move the rest of you up through this area that you're quite sure is empty of traps. And
This is how we die, in a cave full of fucking goblins.
Yeah, pretty much.
At this crossroads, can I check for any more footprints?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a survival check. You see about a dozen or so. Hard to tell for sure. Could be, you know what, we'll say between maybe 8 and a dozen walking in ordered ranks. Marching past the A-Clove down where Ross went.
Alright.
And these are the more heavy footsteps, so that it looks like a goblin foot, but heavier than a goblin could be.
So we got some bigger suckers here. You can see they're all walking in an orderly pattern, which I definitely don't like. They went past this circle and straight that way. Can anyone take a peek in that circle and we'll keep going? Oh, look around for the metal cat.
Oh, she's not even here yet.
She's still she I would say about this time she's making her way towards you, but she hasn't caught up with you yet. Because you've moved quite some ways and you guys have been doing it stealthily. So
Yeah.
Ross, I would say that your spider legs are about to run out on you.
I can do an investigation for this.
Yeah, sure.
Place.
Please, by all means. And if someone wants to aid her, you can do it with advantage.
I'll also recast Spider Climb.
Okay.
So
Sure, makes sense.
Oh, thank God.
Yay.
Yeah. You are much like before, but with this time much more confidence as a player. Quite sure. There's nothing in here of note. There are what looks to be signs that there are people who live or stay here periodically. Burnt out campfires that are several days old. Scuffs in the dirt of maybe where people or bedrolls slept. But at the moment, no one's here.
Gotcha. Okay. Amelia will report that back to everyone, I guess.
All right. Continue on moving up, everybody. Ross.
yes.
You wait for them to get towards you, and then you continue to move up.
Yep.
So you get to here, and you come into a bit of a dilemma, which is, give me a second here. You get to that door, and it opens into a wide cavern. The ceiling stretches up way beyond your view. The walls stretch up what look to be 30 or 40 feet, way up above you. And in the center of this room, there's a waterfall rushing down to what looks like an underground spring. In the distance, you see 5 people in tattered clothes, parts of armor, thrown together in the water. It looks like they're tied together in a group huddled there, of combination of humans and elves. In front of them stands 2 goblins, and roll me a knowledge nature check. Okay. And a hobgoblin in full armor. A big, mean-looking hobgoblin, which is basically a goblin, but a much bigger version of a goblin.
Okay.
And
But no bugbears?
You don't see any bugbears in that room, no. Roll me a perception check, please. And this one would be at normal. There's plenty of light in this room. Okay.
Okay. 11?
Alright. Perfect. That is what you see. Now, your decision, if you choose to move forward, is there is no more roof for you to walk on. You can walk on the walls, or you can move to the ground.
I will tell everybody what's going on ahead of us and step back.
Gotcha. Roll me a stealth check.
Ooh.
As you go to tell everyone and start to step back, you hear a loud booming voice from the hobgoblin. "You finally come. Step forth and let us speak. My trial begins."
Your trial?
"Yes. My trial to prove myself to Gorm."
What do you mean?
You hear in a loud booming voice. "You've come for the fleshy ones. Yes.
Yes?
You can have them if you beat us." And he pounds his chest. "Face us in honorable combat."
Just the three of you? What do you mean by...
forth, coward? Do you
What do you
hide in
mean
the
by-
shadows? Do you hide in the shadows?
I'm like looking around. Have I stalled enough time for anybody else to come up near me?
Yeah, I would say that's enough time for everyone to get around you.
And I'm like pantomiming, what the hell do I do?
I have an idea.
What do you do?
Can you do that turn invisible thing again?
Okay.
So here, and I'm gonna take the scimitar and hand it to her, and I'm going to motion for Amelia to hand her the short bow, or the crossbow, and I'm gonna hand her my longbow, and I'm gonna say, "Get in there and get these weapons to them."
You cut out, but I'm assuming you want me to get in there and get those weapons near them?
That's it. Yes.
Yeah, to the people in the lake.
Got it.
Ross, you can tell, however, they are tied up to each other.
Okay. Who else wants to go ahead and they can pretend to be me and answer the champion and I can go and do that and untie people?
How far away can I summon Annika?
I think it's within 60 feet. Let me check.
Unless somebody else wants to go and tie the
I
people
have the
while
best
I walk
decision. Please let me ride in on Portly.
Within 100 feet
Oh
of you.
my god.
Amelia, just so you know, by the way, that's amazing. But within 100 feet. No, wait, hang on. Sorry, that's 30 feet. Within 30 feet of you.
Well, fuck.
in.
Okay,
So
I vote yes.
I am totally okay with that because I'm gonna drink the potion and go invisible to start untying the people.
Oh, can you both go in at the same time, just in case?
Yeah.
So, Rhea will hop onto Portly and get him to start walking in.
Gotcha.
shit.
So,
And Ross will take the last potion of invisibility and slowly walk around the walls.
so
I'm gonna try and hide on the other side of this wall.
as you do that, Claire says, "I'm not letting you go in there alone."
Well, there is space.
And with a nod, Claire hops up behind you, and two sister paladins in heavy armor, riding an armored corgi, march out into the chamber. Aras, if you would, you take the invisibility potion. Go ahead and Aras, roll me a stealth check, and I believe when you're invisible, you add 20 to that.
I think she's still BRB.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on a second. Then I'll give you time to look this up. Because I think it's something absurd like that. Oh, it doesn't actually say. It just says you're invisible. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have to actually look up for the condition. Let's take a look here. Nope, that's just the spell. Let's take a look here. I swear it was something ridiculous, like when you're invisible, you have a massive... Visible creature can always try to hide. Alright. You know what? It's fine. I can't find it. I'm just gonna make a ruling. Sib, are you back? Are you still BJ?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Give me a stealth check with plus. What would be fair? You're flipping invisible. You know what? Plus 15 to your stealth check.
So that would be 24.
24 to your stealth check. All right. You go ahead and move into the chamber. No one's aware of you, which of course you're stealthy and invisible. Go ahead and move your character first, and then I'll. Is that the way you go?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a dexterity saving throw, please, and I'll get to Rhea in a second. But
Like along the wall.
yeah, I know, I understand.
15.
Right. You stumble right into, what are you? You are, okay. Stumble right into two goblins that are hiding in the bushes. You kind of just bowl them over as you did not see them and they did not see you, and you all just kind of fall to the ground.
Oh, I meant I was always like up on the high up.
Oh my gosh. Well, then guess what? You still see them. You don't run into them. But I can't imagine you'd walk right past them and not see them. So, never mind. Good.
That was
even
why
better.
Because I'm trying to, if I make noise and stuff falls down, it's at the roof. It's probably just cave noise.
No, you're absolutely right. I forgot that you were on the wall, but you were fine. You see them, however, no one else can at the moment.
Okay.
So continue moving along the wall. Get a little bit further, and then I'm gonna have Rhea and Claire. Amelia, what do you? Mm-hmm.
As soon as I see that as well, I will try to let Amelia know as quietly as possible that there are two just in and to the left. So first chance available whenever you deem that.
Gotcha. If you want to do that, I will make you do another stealth check. Still with that plus 15 advantage, of course.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay. Oh yeah. No,
so yeah,
you're fine. We'll get to that in a second. First things first. As these two ride in, Amelia, what are you doing?
That's a good question. I guess Amelia will convey the message of there being more of these assholes around the corner. Have our brilliant paladins already ridden out?
Well,
here,
I'll say no. I want to know what you're doing as they are running out or before they're running out. Like, what do you do to prepare?
Oh God. You know what? She's going to ready her wand of magic missile, and she'll attack the bugbear.
There is
If
no
he
bugbear. The
That's
hobgoblin.
not a bugbear?
That's a hobgoblin.
That's a hobgoblin. Okay. Then she'll attack him. If he sends anyone out to
Got
try
it.
and
Like if he
if
screams
anyone tries
something,
to attack them, she'll attack him.
makes sense.
Yeah. Anyways, um, yeah, she's just gonna ready that action.
Gotcha. Understood. Then Rhea, if you and your sister would please go forth.
The Gallant Knights.
All right. Give me 1 second here. As you ride forth on your corgi, oh gosh, this is so brilliant. This image is just amazing. A corgi and 2 paladins in full armor roll out. And as you step out, and kind of Portly has to kind of squeeze just a little bit to get through, and then pops through, tail up, and you step out into the crowd, into the room, and roll me a perception check. And you know what? Do it at advantage. Claire will help you instead of just having me roll for Claire.
Okay.
And
Perception.
have Portly roll as well with advantage. So both of you get advantage, I suppose. Well,
Okay, so.
you know what? Don't even worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can. Of course, Portly can. But, I mean, you're going to see everything there is to see.
I just want to see what he gets.
16, 17, 20. That's not bad. So he sees all of this, too. Oh, actually, no. He would miss one of them. But as you walk into the room, you and Claire start scanning around, right? And you kind of you see most of them, and she kind of nudges you and points to a couple others as you're walking through slowly. You see, hiding in bushes all around, more goblins. And as you continue, you step in, you hear the chanting grow louder and louder. And Ross, you see this too. As above you, 40 feet up, the walls seem to end in a plateau. And the chanting grows loud as you look up and you start to see tiny torches, hundreds upon hundreds of torches, as goblin chanting grows up to the side. And you hear louder chanting than normal as up on the top, on the walls, you see 4 massive bugbears. Surrounded by goblins.
Well, this sucks.
As you enter the room, the hobgoblin says, "Yes, glorious combat. You versus my men. Death has decreed it. You are to prove you are worthy. Defeat us. Impress him in battle, and the captives of yours. If not, well, you'll already be dead.
Oh boy. If no one else is doing anything else, Rhea will just nudge Portly to go a little bit further in.
I mean, do we have to kill everybody in the room? What are the parameters here?
Roll me an intelligence check. Because that is a fair question.
Everyone here and then ourselves.
Oh, Ross. You're not sure. I mean, are the people up there combatants? They'd have to fall a really long way. But they're goblins. Who knows?
Are the bugbears combatants?
They don't look threatening. They're standing there, arms crossed. Let me blow them up a bit if I can. This isn't
Please
their
blow
size,
them up.
but I just want to show you. The one to the left is just standing there with a large axe just kind of dangling on his hand on the ground. The one to your right holds a staff and leaning against it, and he's got this kind of gleeful look upon him, and you can see even from here, his eyes don't have pupils. They glow green. One, far off in the distance, sits there with no sword that you can see, but a massive bow. And I mean a bow that is taller than Rhea is, slung on its back. And a quiver of arrows that are half, would probably go up to Rhea's waist on its back. And in the back, biggest and maybe most impressive of all, is a very large bugbear with its ears downturned and its lips have been torn off or somehow are smaller than usual so that you see its fangs protruding, with a massive mace, spiked mace. Doesn't have a shield, just a massive spiked mace. But none of them seem ready for combat. They're standing there, watching you. Some of them with their arms crossed. The one with the staff just kind of cackling quietly to himself. And I say quietly, but you can still hear it over the chanting of the other goblins.
Fun.
So they're probably not combatants. It's probably just the other people down on the ground in the room.
Well, if you want, this could be a really good place to stop the session. Give you guys a week to discuss what you want to do next.
I mean, it's up to other people. But I've learned that planning never works out for us.
Fair enough, but let me put this another way.
We can always just spend next week just the entire session is just planning.
I mean,
usually what happens.
I was gonna say, fair enough, but let me put this another way. There's no way we're gonna be able to do this fight tonight. It's already midnight
Right.
where I am.
Yeah, no.
Now,
I think it's a good place to end.
We can.
I think so too.
Yeah, we can end for now, and then next week, you guys can, well, plan or no plan. You can take your next step in this epic tale.
Woohoo!
And we should just leave.
And just so you know, Ross, I mean, Kitty is on her way to you. She probably won't make it here for the fight, but you've cleared the way, so she's not in any danger.
Okay, that's fine. Sure, you know.
And you know what? I will go ahead and, because, where's the fun in not doing this? I am going to go ahead and give this to you now. Because I don't want you guys to have to wait a whole week.
I mean, would I technically have been smart enough to give her a transponder
Kitty?
walkie-talkie. Yeah.
I mean, I leave that up to you. She can't respond to you, but
Like,
you...
yeah, but I mean,
I would say no.
Okay, I mean, like, personally, I would have, and that's
Right.
something we could do later to upgrade.
Right, I
but
was gonna say let's maybe an upgrade, but I mean that would kind of break the idea of what she's intended for, and give you far more range and control of her than normal.
Okay.
But maybe an upgrade later.
Okay.
Well, you know what? No, I'm rethinking that. It's not really.
I mean, 'cause
it's not
it'd
like you
still
can
be the
see where
message
she is
spell.
and what she's doing.
Yeah.
It really can only be used for you to update her. Like, you could give her, like, yes, you could give her direction, but you're not going to have any idea what she's doing or where she is.
No, I'm thinking more, can I use the message spell with her? Is what I was thinking.
Sure.
You know.
I'll say yeah. Why not? I can't see that being game breaking, so why not say yes?
So when she would get in range, I would tell her to, like, run or whatever.
You won't know when she's in range.
Yeah. That's fine.
But this is the treasure that she picks up from the spider cave.
Okay.
Mostly gold and gems.
Cool.
All right. So with that, everyone, we'll end the session here, and next session we'll break into negotiation. I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gonna break out a contract on these bitches.
Ceremony.
Just stand there for 10 minutes, okay?
I do thee wed.
You want me to impress you? I promise you'll be impressed.
I mean, it's not just weddings. I also do bar mitzvahs.
Is there a funeral in there?
Yeah, there's funerals. There's like coming of age thing. There's something else. Hold on, I can tell you right now what I can do. I can do atonement, bless water, coming of age, dedication. If it would keep scrolling, funeral rites and wedding.
You can offer atonement to these fine gentlemen on the walls.
I'll let you convert me. We could do dedication.
All right, everyone. Thanks for coming to the stream. Join us next Tuesday, and we'll see you guys then. Ta-ta.
Goodbye.
Ta-ta!
Bye.